In 2017, Vertex Pop was one of the few independent developers to release a game within the first month of the Switch's launch. Early adopters of the Switch were treated to Graceful Explosion Machine, a vibrant, colorful twin-stick shooter reminiscent of Defender or Housemarque's PlayStation-exclusive Resogun. Graceful Explosion Machine received mostly positive reviews, including from us, and those who played it found a fun, unique arcade-style shooter with an addictive score-chasing loop. What stood out the most about Graceful Explosion Machine, though, was the eye-catching visuals and thumping soundtrack. Almost 4 years later, Vertex Pop has finally released their follow-up, which maintains many of the aspects that made Graceful Explosion Machine great, but with an entirely different gameplay style. Super Crush KO is an arcade brawler with heavy emphasis on combo building and score chasing across the 25 or so stages. It is immediately obvious that Super Crush KO is from the same developer as Graceful Explosion Machine. The sharp, colorful outlines on simple geometry with vivid purples, pinks, oranges, and blues make both titles' visuals pop right off the screen. Both games ooze with style and have a poppy, adrenaline-pumping soundtrack that will get stuck in your head for days. The gameplay is fast and very tactile, with the highest scores being usually accompanied by a minor hand cramp. You'll be dashing, jumping, punching, and kicking your way through every screen, chaining together as many attacks as possible to keep your combo timer going. The closest analogy I can make for what it feels like to play Super Crush KO is Viewtiful Joe, and that's a great thing. The story in Super Crush KO is not the star of the game, but it is quirky and full of attitude, not least from the protagonist named Karen, who should remind us all of the viral sensation that accompanied the initial wave of Switch promotional videos. Karen's home is invaded by a spunky villain named Anne, who kidnaps Karen's cat, Chubbs, forcing you to rescue your feline friend by defeating Anne's army of robots. The story is told through just a few still-frame cutscenes with some teenage humor, but it provided a couple of laughs while my fingers took a brief respite from the frenetic action. Gameplay is the star of Super Crush KO, and it feels great from the first stage to the last boss, and should encourage most players to revisit their favorite levels to earn the coveted S rank and perfect combo badges, in addition to competing on the worldwide leaderboards. At first, Karen is able to double jump, kick, and punch, but you'll quickly learn how to dash through enemy projectiles, use a direction contextual special move similar to Super Smash Bros., and an ever-recharging but limited use machine gun that helps chain together combos. Think of it as the manual which allowed incredible combo strings back in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. The stages also become increasingly complex with lasers to dash through, spike traps in the floor, and platforms that send Karen flying across the screen. Enemies range from melee fodder to laser-spewing behemoths with shields that you need to wear down, and watching for their warning signs is crucial to evading the attacks that can break your combo. The only real complaint I have of Super Crush KO is that there are only 4 worlds with 5 or 6 stages apiece, each of them only taking a couple of minutes to complete. This is similar to Graceful Explosion Machine, but feels more truncated in this style of game. Chasing the highest ranks and competing on the leaderboards do provide solid replayability, but I wish there were another world or two, just for some added variety. Super Crush KO is instantly fun, embodies the pick-up-and-play ideals of the Switch, and is just as captivating on the big screen where the visuals and soundtrack really shine. Unfortunately, after about 2 hours, you've seen everything there is to see, but what is there is excellent and encourages some addictive score chasing. Super Crush KO is a great addition to any Switch library, as a title you'll come back to time and time again, and that's why at the Nintendo Village we give it our rating of 4 out of 5 stars. Happy combo chasing!
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and visit thenintendovillage.com, your home for everything Nintendo.